I just finished up the final solo for our free Ultimate Legends pack, and I'm going to share that stuff with you along with some other goodies that you guys will not want to miss, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be adding 2 players to my squad that you're probably going to be like, yo, why are you doing it right now? That doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to explain to you why they're going to be added and how they're going to make my team a lot better right after this. Alright, so we are back and you get the 3,000 coins for the All Legends Team Solo. You get an Ultimate Legend Reward Pack. Alright, now this can be anything. It doesn't really matter, bro. It could be anything from an 87 all the way up to a full Legend. What is going to be in it, I don't know. But you guys can help right now by doing our Hail Mary. Now, this is our Hail Mary. Not for anybody else, but for us. We do it for each other. We always get the glitchy pulls, and then we laugh about it with everybody else that don't want to do our Hail Marys with us. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get it right now. You ready? Ooh, shimmy-lammy-ya, hoo-yee, hoo-yee. All right, we're about to do it. Let's go. Let's go. Give me something crazy, EA. Give me something crazy. Oh, yeah, Snarf. Bruh, 89 is not bad, but, like, what are we trying to do with that, though? And then you get the Ultimate Legend token, which is going to go towards getting a free 97 overall plus Ultimate Legend later on. But, this 89 overall is straight garbage, but it's 1600 training, and you can see right there that we're going to probably need some training going forward. So let's go ahead and back out. I'm going to show you the new additions and how we're going to be working some stuff with them. But before we get to that, let's check what it's no way. That's an 89 overall card, but the market is so bad right now that it's probably not going for that much. So let's go ahead and check it out real quick. All right, so it's going for 21,000. Yo, that's wild. 89 overall. Remember when the game first came out? Nah, you probably remember that. It's too far. It was too far gone now. All right, so we're just gonna take the. We could use it. They have a new set, right? They have a new set that you can use those miscellaneous cards for, but I think you need 8 of them. So using 8 of them is probably not going to be smart because 8 of them is going to run you like 160. It's right here. And you're going to get a 94 plus. So you're probably going to either even out or something along those lines. Like right now, we need 6 more. So that'll be about 120. We don't even have 120. We're pretty much dead broke. Just trying to, you know, we're sitting on hard times right now. But this is just one of the other options that you could use those things for. Now, obviously, if you need training points, you're probably going to have to go with that. But that's just something else that you could use if it was necessary for it to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice. But like I said, unless you get like a 97, it's really not worth it with that set. Now, we're going to go back to newest. I'm going to show you both the cards we're going to be adding into our lineup that's going to upgrade our run game to another level. Now, the number one thing is this. Like with J.J. Watt and Jason Kelsey, when we put them in a game, you're going to have to know what's going on and how you're going to utilize them because if you just do whatever you want, it's probably not going to work out very well. Now, primarily, we're going to be using, when you do this, you're going to be using them in like specific iPro, strong sets, things like that, all right, for what you're going to be doing in order to make sure that they work the way you want them to work out for you. Now, the abilities that he have, right, he has lead the way, and so does my other fullback, who is Franco Harris, right? But the thing about it is, with Franco Harris, he's more of a speedster. So we could probably use him as the actual tight end instead of being a fullback. You see what I'm saying? And then, put this guy there at that tight end position. Put him at the fullback position would lead the way. Put the other guy would lead the way on the right side of like an iPro flex and go from there. Now, you can see with the price of that, it's kind of wild. So we're gonna back out of that right now. As far as scheme goes, we're going to probably have to give him that zone run. To make him just like more amped up because we use the zone run for Ricky Williams, so it'll work out pretty well for us. So we're going to come back to that guy in a second because you can see we're running low on training and, I'm kind of cheap. I'm not trying to go and just go wild, right? Now, with J.J. Watt, the interesting thing about J.J. Watt is you can split him out at receiver. So with his stats, his impact blocking and a lot of stuff like that, you can literally do a lot of things with this guy. You don't have to put him in at running back to use truck specialist or whatever unless you want to because Franco Harris actually takes care of it pretty well. But truck specialist would probably be ideal for him because if you just wanted to have him and Franco in the game at the same time for a heavy formation, he would be ideal for that. But not only that, I'm going to primarily use him as a run blocker. All right, putting him at a wide receiver position and just letting him go to town. You see what I'm saying? So it'll work out pretty good for us once we get everything on and popping. So let's back out of that. So we should have the 750, but we don't have enough for the let's go ahead and sell this guy. We don't need to wait around with this. We'll just quick sell him. Shout out to EA for giving us that quick training right there. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some what is this? Why do they have truck specialists on this guy? It was just I guess it was like a glitch in the game where it showed that he had truck specialists. So we're going to do this. We're going to add this to him. We're going to add the ability of lead the way. All right. Now, remember, the one reason that we didn't have him before was because we had Jason Kelce as our center, and it kind of ruined everything because you can't have two offensive players that are the same person on the same team, like at the same time. They switched it because, like, you know, Madden 16, we went ape. I had 5 of the same players. It was wild. So EA was like, you know what? This guy Gmi is putting out videos, and it's wild. And this dude is running around with 4 of the same defensive linemen, and I was A-gap blitzing. I was doing everything, bro. You would have thought I was like a deer, a reindeer, bro, the way I was blitzing. All right, bro, I kind of went too far with that, but it doesn't really matter. All right, look, so this guy has power run on him, and we don't even care about power run, so I don't even know what that guy's doing. He could just go ahead and get up out of here. So we're going to put Jason Kelce there, all right, because all we're concerned with is zone run and the Legends offense. That is it. Everything else doesn't matter. Zone run, lockdown, legend passing, legend pass D, that's our primary concern. So this guy can also go because we don't need the Tariq Cohen. Unless we have to do something with Chems, he's no longer necessary to be on the squad, right? So now we add those guys into the lineup. And you're probably saying, okay, so now you got these guys in the lineup. What does that mean? All right, look, this is what it means, guys. You have this extra lead the way guy is going to be ideal for any running situation. And then depending on the set that you're in, this guy is going to go to wide receiver. Now, when you get to the goal line and if you don't want to use Franco Harris, right, for whatever reason, you just don't want to use him, you could definitely put J.J. Watt in on that play and just let him just pummel forward and get you your 6. All right, just to make sure that you're not having a lot of issues scoring at the goal line. I will urge you with this, though, so you understand. You see that he's only an 80 speed, so I wouldn't go crazy and just start coming out like, yo, bro, Gmi told me to run with him. I'm finna just come out. Bruh, take it easy. This guy is for short yardage, all right? Other than that, he's just like a specialty player that we're going to utilize to get us the best, pretty much the best situation on the field. You know, we just need him to make certain plays for us. It's not something to where we have to have him out there just being a wild savage. We do not need that. So you don't have to go that crazy. I just want to make sure I point that out. This is for specialty runs only. All right? Make sure you guys are aware of that. Specialty runs only. So now, he doesn't have lead the way. So what does that mean, right? With the way that we have it set up, we don't have a tight end at this current time with lead the way chem, right? So we would have to get somebody, obviously, later that could, like, either, we would have to get a player of that stature. More than likely, there will be no running back with lead the way, and we have these 2 guys right here, right? So it's kind of weird the way that we're going to have it set up, but these 2 guys are going to always be in. So Dallas Clark will probably move as our other wide receiver. Now, his run block is very, very, it's only an 80. So he's not like high key like a savage, right? So you're going to have to be very, very careful how you utilize him in the lineup. But the big thing about Dallas Clark is, obviously, he has the deep route chemistry, so you could give him crazy, crazy routes, and he's going to, alternate it with the route chem to make it just be even more of a nightmare for your, for whoever is out there. So what I'm going to do is this, right? I'm going to give you guys an example so that you guys understand exactly the way that you should run it. Now, I could go more in depth, but then you guys would be too raw, and then you would come out and run it on me, and I would go crazy. But I'm just going to give you some food for thought to why that additional lead the chem player is going to help me to become like a savage in the game, right? So we'll go to like a Legends Gauntlet where it's a little bit harder, and we're going to go to the rushing countdown, and we're going to go with rushing from a TD from 99 yards out. Now, this is all pro, right? So, I don't want to go like rush from a 1 yard out once, you know what I'm saying? Because if we fail for the first time, it's going to be kind of weird, but I will reset it if we don't get it, because the purpose of the video is just to show you exactly how you should be setting it up with the additional lead the way situation. Not only that, he's so cheap. Kelce is so cheap and he comes with lead the way and a 93 run block. It's very, very ideal for you because when you add the zone run chem on him, he's even supposed to be wilder. Like I said, when I tell you guys that the blue cosmetics are not really something that matters, a lot of you guys understand what I'm saying. Some of you guys are like, yeah, but you said this, you said that. Obviously, the game is not consistent, so a lot of wild things are going to happen. But you see with the adjustments that I make as I go through, the one consistent thing is I keep winning more than I lose, a lot more than I lose. So That's the whole point. We have to be able to adjust on the fly and understand the things that are working, and the stuff that isn't working, we have to be ready to get away from it, because all it does is hinder us from getting better. Because this right here is going to frustrate anybody that I play. Now, it's nothing new adding these type of players into your runs to do stuff, but right here, we're going to go to slot flex, right? And we're going to make some adjustments. So this guy, we're going to put Kelsey there instead of Franco. We're going to put Franco here because he also has lead the way. We're going to leave Ricky there. And then we're going to put J.J. Watt as the first wide receiver, and then put Calvin over here because Calvin is more of a big body wide receiver. And all we're going to do pretty much is we're going to come out. We could run stretch. We could run the toss. I got to see what they come out in, because you got to make sure, depending on what they run, if you should run the toss or if you should run the stretch, right? And this is the run and gun playbook, by the way. So over here, we have to hurry to make a play. I'm going to go to the left. All right, because I think the left gives us a safer way. Now, nobody blocked me, and I'm about to give up a safety. So I don't know what just happened right there. So we're just gonna go ahead, bro. What is that? Why didn't it just end? Why didn't it just end? I don't know what just happened, bro. But I had to rush and do it. So that was wild, bro. The dude just came right in and just did whatever he wanted. Yo, bro. Whoa. That was craziness, because this dude didn't block anybody. Okay, but I had to rush for the play. So now I can further assess it. All right, because that was just wild. Because the right side was the weak side. Like, okay, they did the same play. Now, with this, without all that foolishness that just happened, that was just wild. Like, that was just outright hilarious. We can switch it to the toss to have a little bit more space, because I just took it to the left just because. It is what it is, and nobody blocked for me. Now we run the toss, right? So nobody's blocking again, but it doesn't matter. We spin move, okay. All right, so look, we're going to have some issues here because nobody wants to block for this tutorial. So that being said, I don't know if it's because the computer just doesn't care. It's competitive mode and everybody just wants to be stupid, or what it is. But we're going to keep resetting it until we get what we need, because that's obviously, when you play against a human opponent, this won't happen. The CPU is always cheating, especially when you play solo battles. It is what it is. Plus, they probably know I'm doing the tutorial, so they're like, yo, let me make this guy keep repeating it. All right, again, we're doing the same exact thing. The guy is coming down on the right, so we're going to go to the left, and we're going to keep it as a stretch. And we got to see if anybody, okay, now everybody blocked. Everybody blocked, and then we get one spin move, and everybody's blocking upfield. That's the way it's supposed to go. The first two plays, they did it like that just to make me look like a complete and utter imbecile. All right? That is what it is. But that's just a little bit of food for thought. When they all block and converge the way they're supposed to, everybody will be blocked. Okay? Now, if the game gets crazy and what you saw happen for the first couple of plays, I don't think they give us highlights, right? If the first thing that happens in a real game, that just means you have to just, continue to do it, because for some reason the game just gets stupid. But the lead the way and the way that they block with lead the way is very, very huge. Keep in mind that most of my offensive linemen on the left side have lead the way. So the way you just saw that play, that's typically how I run the ball. If you want to see more about how this works, type in GmiasWorld Gaming, one word, inside your search box, and go to my gaming channel where I show you full gameplays, and you'll see how my linemen block for me with lead the way. And with how these new additions, like these guys are going to block crazy with lead the way, but not only that, these guys right here, they're going to block similar, especially J.J. Watt. Whoever's in front of him, he's going to hold them. And like pretty much be holding him and not let go. And you don't have to use aggressive run blocking because his run block is so high. Pretty much, like I think what does he have? Okay, that's the break tackle, but I think he has something. His carrying, catching, his run block I thought was pretty high. Okay, 71 is his run block, but that's chemmed up. He had something else that was higher. The trucking was 90. Oh, that was the other guy. That's the fullback. That's Jason Kelsey. That has the 93 run block. But this guy's impact blocking is what was crazy because it's so high at the obviously it's so high at a running back. So he's like an additional lineman that can help you get plays. He has high finesse move and stuff like that. So it's kind of wild the way that he's going to help out. But more than anything, that Jason Kelsey is glitchy because it frees up Dallas Clark to be a wide receiver and give you a little bit more run block on the outside. So this is just another method to help you step up your game and surprise your opponent. But the one thing I can tell you is in the red zone, like 1 yard to go, J.J. Watt or Franco Harris with truck specialists, money. Absolute money. All right? If you need to see further tutorials on how to make sure you get into the red zone every single time, write red zone in the comment section, and I'll get at you guys. But check out GmiasWorld Gaming for full gameplays. Check out GmiasWorld Podcast for recaps. It's also syndicated and also available iTunes, Android, Spotify, iHeartRadio, GmiasWorld Podcast. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a good one. One love.